Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 releases today, or tomorrow maybe, or it has already released. But now that it's out, we can talk about the accuracy of the LEGO sets, which is a pretty big deal because it's been around 5 or so months since the last big LEGO blockbuster crossover. LEGO completely skipped Ant-Man, so here we are. Are these sets accurate in their design? Do they depict specific scenes? Are the character inclusions correct? Who's missing? If you enjoy this review, then liking and subscribing helps to support this channel. Spoilers beware, obviously. Your first set is the smallest of the bunch. It's the Guardians of the Galaxy headquarters, which features a small little hangout display area along with Groot and Star-Lord. The headquarters in the movie is shown to be on Nowhere, which the gang have seemingly taken over and turned into a sanctuary of sorts for people across the galaxy. The film actually opens in this area. More of this was featured in the holiday special. The set here even includes that sign in the alien language as featured in the movie. Groot does look pretty similar, I guess, to how he appears in the film, but his sizing could have been better here. Would have been nice to see LEGO come up with a new special mold, or maybe an armor piece over his chest to bulk it out a little, because this time around I think that is Groot's distinguishable feature. Star-Lord is featured here in his final appearance outfit. All of the Guardians wear comic accurate costumes in the third act of this film. Peter does wear this outfit when they return to Nowhere at the end, so this scene could be based on those closing moments rather than the opening. Baby Rocket ship is the next set that's featured, and it is a pretty basic description. It's Baby Rocket and his special ship. Rocket uses that ship to escape from his captors after a failed escape plan goes wrong in a flashback sequence. The set includes Rocket as a youngling as well as older Rocket just for good measure. There's no time travel or scene sharing moment here between the two. This was just the easiest place for LEGO to place him in these sets. Makes total sense actually, given that Rocket is out of commission for almost the entirety of the movie up until that third act, so I think that this works quite well. LEGO have purposefully avoided all details of the scene in particular, which I think is all for the best. All of Rocket's moments are quite unpleasant throughout the film. Your final set of the wave is the new Guardian ship, which features the most amount of characters, 4 of them being exclusives. The Guardians obviously have a brand new ship. It's the gold standard set to be made with a theme like this, and this one is no different. The ship's design is great at capturing that unique display, and I'm almost tempted to buy this just because of how different it is from those prior Guardian ships releases. The design here is a little bit smaller than the real deal. The real ship is massive in scale, but the Guardian ships have always had that rather disappointing scale, so it's the best that they can do for the price that we're given, I think. I really love the feature the ship has where these parts can detach from the ship and be used as little escape pod things, because that's exactly what happens in the movie. Mantis pilots her own during the third act, as well as Groot, I believe. They don't look like this, they look like genuine pods because they are in space, but still the feature is here. It's pretty good. Nebula, Drax, Mantis, and Star-Lord all wear their third act Guardians costumes. This appears to be entirely set during the third act because of that reason, I think. Adam Warlock is included for good measure as well. He shares a couple of scenes with the gang, and he does board the ship maybe once or twice. He was marketed as the big new deal, so obviously they would include him in one of these sets. I think people would be pretty disappointed otherwise. But his role in the film is actually quite a minor one compared to what I think everyone else was expecting, so I am surprised to see him included in these, though, as I said, it's obvious why he was included. So what's missing? There's only a few things that I think are worth mentioning here. Gamora is fully back on the team. She's in this movie a lot more than I think I thought she would be. She's not entirely here by choice though. She wears a slightly different outfit in the final act. Most of the merchandising has left her out entirely. Essentially it's because she's a new character though, right? She's not the Gamora that we all know and love. She's a newer, scary, different one. Nowhere features some really neat inclusions in the movie, mainly in Kraglin, Cosmo, and Howard the Duck. It would have been pretty nice to see these characters included in something. It's entirely possible that some of these guys might pop up in other projects later on down the year. It would have been nice to include these guys in the advent calendar, I guess would have been the perfect place for them. Star-Lord does appear in 2 of these sets though. Personally, I would have opted him out for, ideally, Kraglin and Cosmo. The High Evolutionary does not appear in any of the sets, and for pretty good reason. He's an asshole villain, and a lot more played down in the marketing of the film. He tortures animals, he kills people because he can, he's just an overall dick, so it makes sense why he's absent here. Just not a very fun guy, but he is the main sole antagonist, far more than Adam Warlock is. Rocket's friends have also been left out of all of the sets. They do play a very key role in the movie. It's essentially animal cruelty. It's CG, but you know, they're still animals. It's still animal cruelty and torture stuff. LEGO won't want to make a set that has any connections to scenes like that, nor should they. That is it for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and their respective LEGO sets. I think LEGO did a really stellar job with these actually. I think that they accurately represent the movie well. I think the main playing characters are all here. They're pretty well affordable as well to get the entire team. I think that they did a good job here. If you enjoyed this review, liking and subscribing helps to support the channel. Take care.